Hi, you're in the garden with Authentically E. And I popped in because I haven't been on in a while. I've had an amazing summer. I just had a birthday. I posted about that. Went out of town with my daughter. She gifted me a trip to DC. Came back, had to get my business in order, my house in order, all that stuff, because I'm also a small business owner and a wife. So on top of having this garden. So I wanted to pop in and show you guys an update on my garden, because actually this is my most prolific year. This was my first year trying everything from seed, and I am glad to say everything is doing great. I also started corn for the first time. Outcome looks good. Started cantaloupe for the first time. Outcome looks good. I'm growing navy beans, y'all. That's crazy. So far, so good. This year was just me just being confident and just trying stuff. And if it grow, it grow. If it don't, it don't. We'll just replace it with something else. And I am glad to say that this has been a very great year for my garden. So no longer ado, let me introduce you to Emma's garden. So we have Brussels sprouts. Don't judge this one. I topped it wrong and now it's growing weird. But this one is doing great. See, trial and error. These are my bush beans, and I have lettuce in here. So we still have lettuce. We have green beans still flowering. I just picked yesterday, so I don't think there's really anything in here for me to pick. I mean, this one is forming, but yeah. And they die back, so I just sow more when they die back. So those are my green beans. And then over here we have my baby, the cantaloupe. Okay, so last year I grew one watermelon because I do not like watermelon. Watermelon has no taste to me. It tastes like water and it's messy. But I love cantaloupe. And for our 10-year anniversary, we went to Mexico and we had cantaloupe. And that cantaloupe down there tasted so sweet that I have not had a good piece of cantaloupe in 5 years. Yeah, because that's how good it was, closer to the equator. But I am proud to say that I have grown myself three cantaloupes. Would y'all like to meet them? And we have this one, and we have this one, and we have this one, right? And you can tell when they are officially ready to be harvested, I believe, when I think there's like a tendril or something that's supposed to dry up. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna sump it and see. Proud of my cantaloupes. They look really well. What I have them in is like a mesh net thing, and I have them trellised to my garden fence because I wanted them to grow vertically, so I wouldn't have to worry about insects and stuff like that. So that's why they're vertically trained. And just to be clear, I first thought I had about 7 cantaloupes, but in reality, they start off looking like, I don't know if you can see that one back there. Back is cut. You see that little thing right there? That? Yeah. So I first started counting them when they were like that. And then I started coming outside and they started looking like this. And when they turn yellow like that, means that they are not pollinated and they drop on the ground and die. They have no fruit. So do not count your chickens before they hatch. That's the first rule. But so far I have 3 and I'm very excited about that. Okay, over in this corner though, we have another new thing that's doing great. My corn. Let me show you guys. And my corn is actually on the outside of my garden. So I'm actually going to walk around so you guys can see it. So my corn is over here. It's on the outskirts of my garden. So this is my corn section. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do much over here. I laid some cardboard down. I threw some all-purpose soil, some cow manure and fertilizer back here over it, and I planted some seeds of corn. That's really all I did. And this is what we have. And we have corn starting right here. We have beans growing up. Because I tried the three sisters method, so I have beans, pole beans, which will grow up the corn. The corn holds that up. And then this is a zucchini. I did not plant squash. I had a spare zucchini plant, so I just threw it back here. And these leaves will act like ground cover over here. But the nitrogen from the green beans will actually fertilize this over here to help the corn grow and be stronger and taller. So they're all feeding off each other. And that's the Three Sisters method. But this is my corn, and these are the tassels. So you grow it in a block method, and you grow it in a block method, and when the wind blows, it actually shakes these and these, and it falls into these pockets, which makes the corn. And this is my corn patch. Pretty cool, huh? And they're doing pretty well. So we're gonna take you back into the garden. My garden's pretty too. I'm impressed with my garden. So, of course, we have nasturtium, and we have, I forgot what that is. I can't remember the name. It starts with an A, and I don't want to say it wrong. These are marigolds. So, as you can see. And over in this bed, we have my indeterminate cherry tomatoes. And you see, I need to harvest some. We're creating a lot. But look at the mushrooms in my bed. That's good soil, y'all. That's good soil. This is basil. Some nasturtium. This is a determinate tomato. As you can see, we have a lot of tomatoes on here. And I'm waiting for them to get a little blushing to them, and then I'll start picking them. I'll probably take this group for green tomatoes because it's more of a richer green. As you can see, this is like a white green, so it's not ready. And then over here we have navy beans. It's my first year doing this, but this was the bed that my broccoli was in earlier this year that did terrible because the weather was weird in the beginning. And so I put navy beans in here. I went to the store, bought a bag of navy beans and planted them in here. And my plan is to let them grow up. I'm gonna add some more in here too, and I'm gonna let them dry on the plant. And this will be a great way to preserve my soil during. I'm not gonna use this bed again. This will be a bean bed, and then next year the soil will be so amazing I can put anything in it. It will grow. I'm gonna chop and drop it like that. So this one right here is my pepper plants. We have, I don't know what the peppers are. Some of them I do. This one is a great pepper, and you see how long they are. This is a banana pepper. We like banana peppers. I think I have one fully. This one's big. You see this one? Yeah, nice pepper. This is a bell. I just picked off of it, so I don't think there's nothing. Well, we got one started up here and some right there. I don't know if you can see that baby right there. Yeah, right there. And we have another pepper plant. This pepper plant over here finally took off. I topped it wrong, and she is now shooting out. Took her a minute. I stunted her growth a little bit. And if you look at her, she's kind of wonky up in here. I topped her wrong, and she is a bell pepper. So, and then this one's a bell pepper too. I just picked all the peppers off of it, but this is a bell pepper. And this one actually has peppers to harvest, so I'm glad you can see it. This is a bell pepper too. We already got so many on it. They're doing great. I fertilize a lot, so I fertilize every 2 weeks. Some more zinnias. They're so pretty. And this is my okra plant that I started, I want to say 2 weeks ago. She's growing good. Now, over here, we have my cucumber. And she's starting to take off. I don't know if you can tell, but we have little cucumbers. These good cucumbers on there. And that's 2 cucumber plants. These are cabbage heads. They're doing pretty well. I keep shade cloth over them. I just took them out because I'm about to water. But this is my shade cloth. So when it's hot, I'll lay it like this. Chucky, get over here. Sorry, my dog be chirping sometimes. What's wrong, Chuck? Anywho, but back to the cabbage. So I use shade cloth to protect my brassicas and stuff, because where this is at, it's a lot of sun sometimes, especially when it's like 90-some degrees. So we put the shade cloth down. But I actually pulled it up today because it's only like 60 degrees, 70 at best right now. So, but this is a purple cabbage right here that I'm working on. Yeah, there she go. So I keep her covered. She hasn't balled up as much as her big bros, but I'm sure she'll get there. These are onions. I don't know if you can tell, but they're bulbing up in there. Those are my onions. And here's some more cucumbers. And this cucumber plant is actually doing very well. I have a couple cucumbers, but something attacked them. So let's see. We got this one. This one got ate by something. I really should just pick it off, and I am. So that was one that was eaten by something. But here's a new one, and that's pretty cool. We still have some snap peas. I thought they were dying out, but they're still trying to give me some, so that's good. Over in this bed, more marigolds. My marigolds are doing amazing. I'm impressed. This is kale. My kale looks good. I need to pick from it. Thinking about making a kale salad for lunch tomorrow at work. These are my collards, and I really need to water, so I'm just showing y'all this before I water. This is mustard. I let them flower because what's wrong with more pollinators, and if anything, the seeds will fall in here. So these are my mustards. This is some more navy beans. I transplanted these over here, right here, from over on the other side of the bed because, so I transplanted, excuse me, the beans, navy beans, from where the onions were, because I had actually sown them between onions on the other side of the bed. But one thing I learned after doing that was onions and beans are not compatible. So I had to move them to another side. So they little suspect, but they're standing back up again. So it's telling me that they are acclimating to the soil. So I'm gonna water them, and they're gonna be just like these by Sunday, I bet. So I'm not worried. My kale, she look a little sad over here, but she's a baby. So I took a lot of the dead leaves off of here, and you see how this middle is so strong and healthy. So this is a good plant. So I'm gonna water it, and I'm gonna take these deads off, and they'll get bigger and we'll get more leaves. So I'll just make it put more energy into developing healthy leaves instead of trying to save the dead ones. So that's easy. Now on this side we have a marigold, and then these are my onions. So let me move this up so you guys can see. All right, so over here is onions, and I need to weed so bad. That's why I'm out here today. I just filmed this real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all, that's lemon thyme. See, there's weeds all up in here, and that is just not good, because then they're taking up the food and stuff for the soil that goes into these plants, and not into, it's going to the weeds, and weeds take a lot. They feed off a lot in your garden, so you got to get the weeds up. You can put all that expensive stuff into this bed to keep it healthy, and you got nasty weeds messing with that. Anyway, Here's some more onions, and I have a cabbage head back here too. Let me show you. So this is a cabbage head. And these are some more onions. Some more onions. You see they're bulbing. Some more onions. I have a total of, I think, 30 onions in my garden bed. A lot of them help to repel certain pests, so that's why I have them all over. I am going to do a bed of garlic too again for over the winter, because I'm still eating off my garlic, which is pretty cool. I think I showed you everything. I think I showed everything. Oh, over here I'm starting carrots. Me and carrots have this love-hate thing. I try them, they don't grow for me. I can't even hold you. I have a carrot over here. Let me show you guys. One damn carrot. I planted 80 million seeds. One carrot. One carrot. I suck at that. These are radishes. Oh, there's a baby radish. Oh, radish. Radish. Okay. That made my day. Calendula's doing great. I need to deadhead. I really do. I need to deadhead that. But let me show you guys my new challenge. So I decided to take one of the potato beds and make it a carrot bed. And I planted them, I want to say last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. So let me show you guys. So this is where my carrots will be. So every day I come out here and I check to see if I have little things coming up. And I have little green specks. So I'm hopeful that the carrots will grow, because I cannot grow carrots. Carrots and me don't get along. I can grow all this other stuff, but me and carrots have a very bad relationship, and I'm trying to heal that. So you guys pray for me, and I'm gonna have carrots this year. I'm gonna have carrots, and I'm motivated now because I went to the grocery store and there were no carrots. So that's done. So that is the tour of my garden. I also have a herb cart that is doing amazing. My chamomile is crazy. And everybody probably wants to know what I do with my herbs. I actually have a drying, like, it's this round thing, and you put all the herbs in it and you let it dry. So I have decided to make tea out of all my herbs, and even dry rosemary and stuff like that, because you can make your own seasonings. Hence the garlic issue. You know that if you dehydrate garlic and then you grind it in a coffee grinder, that is actually garlic powder. Don't say I never told you nothing. But let me introduce y'all to my chamomile, because baby, my chamomile is stunting on y'all. Look at my chamomile. She's so pretty. I mean, it's like all the way down here. I really need to harvest all this, and I harvest it all the time. Like my chamomile tea, my mint, my lemon balm. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And this little cart cost me, I want to say $5 at Walmart. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4 tiers, little pockets, nothing crazy. This is my chamomile and this is my tea cart. I had strawberries, but they didn't do well this year due to that weird weather. So pretty cool. And that, my gosh, let me get back into some light, because you know I'm chocolate. And that is a tour of my garden. I am so excited with the growth. I've been out here living life. I hope you guys been out here living life. Do your garden chores, but then go out and experience the world. I just experienced DC. I just experienced a whole new perspective in life. I've seen a beautiful, amazing group of people, and it just made me want to go on this internet and tell you guys, live your best life. Don't do it for the gram. Don't do it for YouTube. Do it for yourself. Do it for your soul. Understand? We ain't down here for a long time, but a good time, all right? So live it up. You're in the garden with Authentically E. I'm out.